Hi guys, Patrick here of NoipyGeeks.com. There's no denying that the OPPO A9 2020 is one of the most interesting mid-range devices that the company has released in a while. That is thanks to the features that the company was able to cram in for the price. The A9 2020 sports a large 6.5-inch display, stereo speakers, and a large 5000 mAh battery with reverse charging support. It also has a quad camera setup that is led by a 48 megapixel sensor. You can learn more about it in our hands-on review, which you can check out via the links below or in the top right corner. But for those of you who are also curious about its gaming prowess, well, this one is for you. Let's get the hardware out of the way first. The A9 2020 is powered by a 2 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 octa-core processor with a generous 8GB of RAM and a fast 128GB UFS 2.1 expandable storage. It also has an Adreno 610 graphics card with Game Boost 2.0 that combines frame boost and touch boost software optimizations, which shall improve the gameplay experience. So, how well do these hardware and software features really perform in actual gameplay? We ran some of the top game titles from different categories in our OPPO A9 2020 game review to find out. Let's start with a lighter game, Mobile Legends, which is probably the most popular title for a very long time. That is actually one of the lightest and most undemanding game in this test. Which is why it's no surprise that the game ran really well on the OPPO A9 2020. Under the HD graphic settings, the game ran at 30 FPS with 95% stability. If you're one of the millions who are addicted to this game, the A9 2020 will really serve you well. Let us amp it up a little with NBA 2K19. The game booted with the graphic settings automatically set to medium. Under these settings, it ran on the device at a steady 60 FPS with the same stability of 95%. That is really smooth for a game at this caliber. This also means that you can easily set the graphics to high and still get a seamless gameplay. Next up, we have a fast emerging shooter game, Call of Duty Mobile. And spoiler alert, it also ran really well on the A9 2020. It ran with an average of 52 FPS at 98% stability. It is definitely not the smoothest of all. However, with the graphics settings already set to high, it is still not too shabby. The game was playable at good frame rates with no visible lags or frame drops. If you want an even smoother experience, you can easily dial down the graphics settings to medium to get more frame rate out of it. Lastly, we have Asphalt 9, a racing game that's possibly one of the most performance-hungry titles in the Play Store. The fast-paced actions and tons of crashes and collisions could really be taxing for the processor, and we're really seeing it here in the A9 2020. Under the default graphic settings, the game only ran at an average of 19 FPS with 45% of stability. This isn't surprising since we rarely see devices under 20k that can handle this game without breaking a sweat. Bottom line, you can surely game with the OPPO A9 2020. Almost all of the titles that we run on it, despite the understandably heavy ones, run really well on this device. It may not be the best gaming smartphone around, but considering the other extras that you can get from this device like having great cameras, large display, and big battery, that should really be understandable. If you're interested on the OPPO A9 2020, you can get it on tons of OPPO stores across the Philippines for a price of 15,990 pesos. Again, it's been Patrick from NoipyGeeks.com. For more detailed look about the OPPO A9 2020, you can check out all the available links down below. You might also hit the thumbs up button, share this video if you liked it, subscribe if you still haven't, hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post a video, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and yeah, thank you for watching.